Everything I do.
Good evening, Restore More family. How are you guys? I am so excited that you guys have decided to tune in for another episode of Restore More Web TV. This is episode 4. This has been such an amazing journey. I mean, this has just been awesome. I have enjoyed every single video I have done for you guys. My name is Tiara Griffin and I am the host, if you didn't know. And I am all about restoring my generation back to a relationship with God. That is my purpose. I am all about restoring lives and mending broken hearts. So if you are here and you're watching this, you are in the right place. And I want you to sit back, relax, put your feet up, and let's get into the video. So today's episode is called Exposed, Pound, Stay Hidden. And this conversation or this video came about when I was talking to one of my friends. I asked her, are guys approaching you or asking to date you or trying to be your friend at this season in your life? And she said, no. And I was very confused because she's a very, very gorgeous person inside and out. And I was like, well, why are people not approaching her? And I have all of these people who are approaching me who are not it. I know they are not sent from God. I don't know where they came from. In a lot of situations, I try to start myself because I want to be extra friendly, however the case may be. So there's so many guys that are, in my inbox, and I'm not being conceited. I'm just, sharing my testimony. That are really trying to talk to me, and I'm like, why are all these people trying to talk to me or date me or be in a relationship with little old me? And immediately I heard, you're no longer in hiding. And I realized I need to find the root problem of why I'm no longer hidden. Because it was a time back about 2 years ago when I asked God to please hide me, because I was in a place where I wanted to be restored. I was really broken and I just didn't want to be in any more situations where I was a liability and not an asset. I was tired of my feelings being hurt. I was tired of being hurt by guys and hurt by men. So I told God to hide me. And when I said it, it was a cliche religious thing to say because another one of my friends had said it. But then it started to be real, like, no, God, for real, hide me until I'm healed and I'm in a place of wholeness. So God hid me, literally. And I was like, why is nobody trying to date me? Why is nobody talking to me? Like, am I losing my looks? Am I no longer attractive? Like, what is really going on? And I realized I had now been in a real place of hiding. Now, taking myself out of a place of hiding, and I was now exposed to everyone that was never intended to find me. Once you make the decision in your life to submit unto God, you make the decision in your life to submit unto God, and you automatically by default go into protection. Witness protection. God is preparing you, or he's just have you in hiding so that you are protected from the things in the world and the things that he never intended to be in your life. And this is the time when you and God are becoming one. And in the beginning, before the foundation of the world, God never intended for us to be with multiple partners, be in multiple relationships, to have children outside of marriage. And he never intended for us to be hurt, for us to be broken, for us to be in depression. That was never God's original plan. But as humans, we wanted to go out and we wanted to do our own thing, which God allowed. And when God allowed it, he already had a set plan for your life. But sometimes in life, we happen to take detours. And God uses all the things that were meant for your bad, and he turns it around for your good. And a lot of situations and relationships that I have been in, God had allowed me to go through it, and I believe I am a much, much better person because of it. There are a lot of things that I believe that you can agree with me as well that could have easily been avoided. Well, here's my analogy when I say that God has you in hiding. God has put you away in this house, in his kingdom, in his glory, and he has put you away in a place so that he can protect you, because there are intruders on the loose. And intruders are the things that I listed earlier: multiple relationships, failed relationships, heartbroken, heartbreak. The intruders are pain, depression, hurt, all the things that are meant to destroy you and to rob you. These are the things that are looking for you so that it can take you out. Because we know that the enemy comes to do three things. He comes to steal, he comes to kill, and he comes to destroy. And he wants to steal your joy. He wants to steal your peace. A lot of people think that Satan are after their houses and their cars and the things that they want to hold on to so tightly. But Satan is not after any of those physical things. Satan is after what's inside of you. He's after your character. He's after your purpose. He's after your passion. He's after your love. He's after your heart. And he's after your mind. He's after the treasures that are within you, because God said that there are treasures in earthen vessels, and he's after all of those things, and he's coming to rob you of those things. So God has you in hiding. He's coming to take your life, because if you're not here, you can't reach the people that God intended for you to reach. And he's here to destroy you. He's here to destroy your purpose. He does not want you. He wants to destroy your relationship with God. He does not want you to have a great relationship with God, because Satan understands if he sends counterfeits into your life, if he sends these things into your life that was never meant to be in your life, he can pull you away from the source. And anytime you're away from the source, you are now open to all kinds of threats, and you're open to all types of vulnerabilities. And when you are vulnerable, you are susceptible to destruction. Satan wants to take you out here by any means necessary, and he will do whatever it takes. He will send the serpent. He will dress up in whatever he needs to dress up in just to move you away and get you out of position. What he does is he tries to lure you out of position, because then he can destroy you. And that reminds me of the story of Sleeping Beauty, when the fair lady presented her with an apple, and the apple was so beautiful and it looked so good to eat. And what she didn't realize is the apple was not for her nourishment. It was for her destruction. And that's the same thing that Satan does. He sends the thing that looks good, and it looks like it's good for my body, but it's not good for my body. It's actually here to destroy me. And that also goes back to the Garden of Eden, when Satan presented the fruit to Eve. There were so many other fruits in the garden that God had allowed her access to. But isn't it funny how we always want the thing that we cannot have? And isn't it funny that we always want the things that God tells us no to, as if he doesn't know what he's talking about? But sidebar, but the Satan presented this fruit to her, and it looked good. It looked good enough to eat, and she took it, and that is where the whole world crashed. And in the times in life, we have taken the fruit, we have taken the man, we have taken the relationship, we have taken the things that look good and have ultimately caused our destruction. Caused destruction in our lives, that we became broken people. We're in a million pieces. That has caused the destruction in our relationships. We've had so many, I know I had a couple, so many failed relationships that almost destroyed me, because I wanted to come out of hiding, because I took myself out of hiding, because I thought I could do it just as well as God. I may not have thought that consciously, but somewhere in my mind, I thought I could do it, because I didn't want to wait patiently. And what the enemy does is he sends all of these things to you because he wants you to be depleted. Satan he doesn't want you to be found by the man that God has chosen for you, ladies. Because he knows that once you two get together and it becomes ministry, and it'll become glorifying to God. And Satan hates anything that glorifies God. So he's going to, of course, get you away. That's why you have to have the spirit of discernment to know who sent him. You got to ask God, who sent him? Was he sent by you, God, or was he sent by the enemy? And we have to be really cautious, especially in this season. So being back in a place of hiding, God hid you until the time was right, until the coast was clear, until all threats had been eliminated, and until he comes back, or either sends the person that he has to be your earthly covering, so that you can be hid in him, so that y'all can be hid in him. So that was God's original plan. Let me hide my daughters. Let me hide my sons until the right time. We know it all, and we think we know best, and we end up walking right into the enemy's trap. And we become exposed, and now we're accessible to the enemy. And we become exposed, and we are exposed to the very thing that God was attempting to protect us from. And there are 3 things that we do to become exposed and to come out of hiding. The number 1 thing is we're not still. You are in hiding, making a whole lot of noise, asking a whole lot of unnecessary questions instead of waiting patiently. To wait patiently means to enjoy the process until you get to the promise without murmuring or complaining. You're supposed to be still and know that He is God. God already knows what you want. God already knows what you need. So you don't have to keep asking Him for it. Just be patient and think Him forward until the set thing that you are praying for arrives, or until rescue comes, or until help comes, until He pulls you out, or until you hear His voice. Do not come out of hiding for no other reason. Do not expose yourself to the enemy, and definitely do not expose yourself to the counterfeits. And number 2 is to be continued. I thank you guys for watching. I hope this has been a blessing to you as it has been for me. Come back Friday after next to hear part 2 of Exposed, Stay Hidden. It's always a pleasure. If you have any questions, if you have any questions about relationship, your relationship with God, dating, your purpose, your lifestyle, or how to just transform your life, restore your life, get your broken heart mended, or restore a relationship with the Father, please send me a direct message or a Facebook message, or email me at restoremonamore@gmail.com. Until next time, Restore Monamore. Love life. See ya.
I wanna do what you like. I wanna do what you like. I wanna do what you like. When you do what you like, I know it will be right, yeah.
I wanna do what you like. I wanna do what you like.